I am Thire-los, lord of all Etruscans. They will obey my commands, and I will make the Etruscan race wonderful and great again. We demean ourselves by ruling over such insignificant earthlings.
Welcome to the weekly reading of the Mejuarian series. Today we are reading from Book 1, The Four, Chapter 3, Thire-los. So please join along. Love to all of my followers. The Mejuarian Queen.
Fourth moon at midnight, Lotus, Thire-los, and Irenia met in the garden's grassy field to make sure that no other Etruscans were aware of their plot. "Don't break the circle," Thire told them. Neither magic user was exactly sure what was about to occur. Nervously, they waited in anticipation for Thire to finish his incantations. Raj Ixiel C. Diazro Espos, he commanded loudly in the old tongue. "Let four become one." Violently, Thire's fork began to vibrate, and surges of forceful water came from it and shot into the chests of Lotus, Thire-los, and Irenia. Its force was so strong that it held them captive, and their bodies drifted upward off the ground. Lost beneath a curtain of energy radiating from their bodies, Thire's weapon glowed vividly, and its power drained their energies, magic, and identities. Suddenly, a focused flash of bright red light radiated outward from the staff and impregnated fields around them in an intense red light that made it look like the meadow is ablaze. Encased in an inescapable pocket of water, their bodies trembled helplessly. They continued to hang from streams of water that seized each of them in four watery bubbles. Moments later, Thire's wooden staff sucked back its turbulent commotion, and the inflamed reddish light disappeared. Again, darkness covered them. Mighty waters abated as well, and Thire, Lotus, Oz, and Irenia fell back upon soft grasslands. The ground quaked, and a fierce wind erupted, and while their bodies lay lifelessly upon the grass, omnipotent colored lightning bolts whirled out and upward from each of them. The spectral lights jetted into the heavens. Blue, silver, black, and gold forces reached upward, twisted themselves into a single strand of rainbow-colored light that turned into a bright star. It then plummeted downward and hovered over their lifeless bodies until Thire's, Lotus, Oz, and Irenia's bodies disappeared, sucked into the organ of bright light. Their bodies' life force, emotions, and magic were consumed into a bright star, and it rested upon Thire's staff, hovering. Moments later, the star shattered, and everything grew quiet, and nothing moved. An explosion of light suddenly broke out above the ground, and an Etruscan male grasping Thire's staff appeared. Thire-los' muscular body filled out the black robe that Thire always wore. It no longer hung loosely, instead fitted snugly over Oz's immense shape. Strong, burly arms lifted above his head and held the staff tightly until the strong surges of its power curtailed. Thire's face, no longer hidden, had a silvery complexion upon a blemish-free face, and it appeared to glow mystically as Irenia's once did. Aqua-blue eyes, those that belonged to Lotus, peered out from a face that radiated youth. However, Thire's facial features appeared to be dominant in Thire-los, but his hair was no longer thin, but thick, long, heavy strands crinkled slightly. Thire-los was all of them and none of them at the same time. There was a magic potency that surrounded Thire-los, unimaginable by each of them alone. The staff shook as if the power within was too strong. They grasped it in a tight grip as it quivered forcefully. An unconquerable surge of force took over. In a brief instant, Thire, Lotus, Oz, and Irenia had become one. Thire-los was born. Nevertheless, they were one with multiple personalities, thoughts, feelings, and abilities. Each of them continued to exist. Their ideas were clearer, and emotions once foreign to them now flooded within all their minds, creating sensations that they never realized existed. Thire felt Lotus' love for others. Irenia experienced the greatness of Oz's anger. Lotus knew things she never imagined with the injection of Thire's knowledge, and Oz felt Irenia's compassion for nature, something he never longed for or desired. "None are greater than we," Thire-los bellowed. I can feel my fearsome power,